in to this episode of Inside IU Volleyball. Coach Dunbar, we're starting a new month, November. Last night was Halloween. We saw in Mary's episode, she asked all the players what they dressed up as for Halloween. I'm sure you got a few trick-or-treaters. Did you greet them in costume?
Just this right here. I guess Scary Sherry, as they call me.
I haven't heard that nickname from any players.
I know. Some of them say that. But my favorite was we had a little robot come to the house, and she had like the silver coil all over her arms and little blinking lights. But she had fallen, so some of her blinking lights were coming off. But she was fantastic. I love seeing the trick-or-treaters come, and it was really fun. You know, I enjoyed that time of year with the holidays.
In addition to candy, did you give away any IU volleyball apparel?
I did not. I think, well, I don't know if that's illegal or not for little kids, but I gave away lots of good candy, Snickers, Smarties, all my favorites. But then I brought it all into the office this morning so I wouldn't eat it at home. Too tempting.
So Coach Mueller, Kelsey,
yep, they were mad.
Steve,
they were mad because I came with a big bucket and I said, "Here, you guys eat it. I can't."
We just finished a road trip to Michigan in prime time last Wednesday night against Michigan State. Battled 4 sets. Your thoughts on that match?
I thought it was a little up and down, although I thought we had good opportunities, and that's what we keep talking about, is if we can find opportunities to score. And I thought we had some of those in the 4th set to take it to a 5th, and we didn't take care of the ball. But I liked how we battled in that match. I think except for one set, period of, in that 3rd set where we didn't really come out fired up, ready to go. I thought we came back though in the 4th set and did some really nice things. So it was good to see us being aggressive. I thought especially in those first couple sets we were really aggressive. We got to learn how to finish though.
And then against Michigan, close for the first 2 sets. What happened in that 3rd set?
I thought Michigan played really well. They're hungry right now because they've lost 7 of 8 and they came back and they're still ranked in the top 25, which speaks a lot about our conference, after losing 7 of 8 and still being ranked. But I thought they did a very nice job with their block against us, and we didn't find ways to score. Our pin hitters, which is our outside hitters and our right side hitters, really struggled in that match to find ways to put the ball away. And we're working on all week this week, hitter versus opposite team, get to +3. You have to stay in the drill till you accumulate 3 kills, and you go in the minus for errors. And we're really trying to get them to step up to the challenge and understand that in this conference, our middles can be great, but really, win and lose come from our pin hitters. So we've got to do a better job of passing, so we can put them in better situations against an opponent's block, and then they have to do a better job of making smart shots and listening to what our defense is calling for them.
And speaking of your pin hitters, I spoke to one of them this week. The featured player this week is sophomore Jade Henderson. The princess of the Queen City, Jade Henderson, thank you so much for joining me after practice.
Thanks for having me.
It's always a highlight of my Monday and Wednesday when I leave class and I find Jade napping in the telecom building.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Jade's got a lot of talents. One of them is replicating a sound that Kyle Johnson's used to. The sound of a crying baby. Would you like to demonstrate that for us?
Oh, I'd love to. That's it.
That's great, Jade. And another thing you're passionate about, and the team has testified this on previous episodes, you're the team's best dancer.
I mean, it's pushing it. It's my passion, other than volleyball.
So I heard that you're gonna try out, get your crew together for one of those reality shows.
Yeah, I'm starting a dance crew. So if anyone wants to join it, feel free to contact me.
In addition to dancing, you're also the best singer on the team.
No.
I see you, well, behind Sam, but I see you singing along with the S Club, the Bewitched, and the Spice Girls. And I tend to make fun of you, but could you give us a sample?
No way. My idol is B. Spears, and I don't want to take that away from her, so I'll dance.
I'm on Team Britney back from the 90s too. I'm not a Christina. I'm all Britney.
Yeah, ex-Tina.
But we're going to provide some entertainment here on Inside IU Volleyball, and Jade and I are going to compete to see who has the best worm. So we're going to get the remaining people here, maybe to see if they'll vote on this, and then we'll see who has the best worm.
may the best worm win.
Okay, we're here with our judges. First we have Coach Mueller. Coach Mueller's gonna judge our warm-up. Ashley Benson, she's already seen my worm. She knows how good it is. Coach K, Coach Dunbar, and Lindsay Interline, last week's guest on Inside IU Volleyball. So, Jade, do you want to go first? I'll
I'll go first.
Okay.
You want forward or backward?
Oh, either way.
Warm up.
I'll go forward first. Ready? No, backward.
Oh, she changed directions.
I don't know if I can compete with that, but let's just see. You gotta stretch out.
Oh, he jumps in.
You got served. So, who is the winner?
I don't know. I'm gonna go Cody. All right, Jay. Fine. Just bring back some memories.
Of what, the 80s or anything like
No, Jay. Sorry. She went back and forward.
Yeah, I am also going to go Jade for the redirection.
I'm going Jade because it looked painful, and I got to give her that sympathy vote.
I gotta go with my teammate Jade. Sorry, Cody.
I thank Coach Mueller for my only vote, but Jade, congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you for being such a good sport today, and thank you for coming on to Inside IU Volleyball.
Thanks for having me, folks.
Coach, I am going to give you the tough task of trying to describe Jade Henderson.
Wow. Jade is probably our most unique player.
Unique's a good word.
Unique. I love Jade. She knows that. I talk about Jade a lot just because of her personality, but it doesn't negate what type of player she is as well. But you do need people like that in your program because she does add so much as a person to what we're trying to do. She's funny, she's goofy, but yet she's very thoughtful and a great teammate. But, you know, Jade is that person. You stick her out in the middle of the floor and nobody's watching and she's still going to be goofy and funny. She's not trying to impress people or necessarily make people laugh. She's actually making herself laugh, which I think is more funny. But she's becoming a great player too. We're really training her more in the back row a little bit lately and working on her passing and her defense. She has great reaction skills. Just trying to get her a little bit more under control with the ball. But I think she's getting better and better right now.
The team is back here for 4 straight matches at University Gym. Things get kicked off against Northwestern Friday night. Northwestern took it to you in straight sets up in Evanston. So how are you looking to bounce back from that loss?
Well, Northwestern, that was probably our worst loss of the year, to be honest. They came out and just attacked us at every angle. And I remember that had been after a really good week of practice, and I really felt positive going into that match. And I thought Northwestern really took the reins at the very beginning of those sets. And we were never really in that match. So if anything, I hope our players are ready for a little redemption of just competing harder against them. And playing at home, obviously, we're excited about after being on the road really for 2 weeks and long road trips. So I think it's nice just to have a normal week of practice and play at home on Friday and Saturday instead of the Wednesday, Saturday we've done for 2 weeks. So I hope we can transfer some of this that we're doing in practice this week into our match preparation for the weekend and just keep battling, and hopefully using our home court advantage, put ourselves in an opportunity to win.
And then Saturday night, they're not ranked number 1 like they were last time you played them, but still, the Fighting Illini's a very good team.
Yeah, and if you're in the hunt right now, it's really fun. You know, we're not quite there. We're trying to find our first win, but that middle section and upper section even are really battling each other. You know, Illinois will beat somebody one night, turn around and lose the next night, and I think that's the fun part of the Big Ten is at any given time on any given night, you know, anyone can beat anyone. So I thought we battled them at their place in front of a great crowd. We got some great ball touches with our block and our defense, so I'm really hoping we can bring that back and improve on what we did the last time.
And we talked about it Saturday in Michigan. Every place we go, people say, you know, you guys are the greatest 8-win team probably in this country. And you guys are still competing night in and night out, but what's it going to take to put together 3 consistent sets?
I think a little hungrier. because it's if you really do look at us from the beginning of Big Ten season to now, we have made great growth in our program, but we're also further away from winning. And with that comes that attitude that you have to be so hungry to find a win. And realistically, the pressure is not on us anymore. We're not going to the NCAA tournament. We're being realistic about it. But really, it's coming from us as saying, we want to be better right now. We want to end on a really positive note this season for our seniors, for our returners that are coming back next year, for the off-season and everything, and just to have fun. So I'm hoping we can play with that kind of free spirit and get out on the court and not feel that pressure and just feel like, hey, we want to get better right now. We want to find wins. We want to end on a positive note here. And that's what we're really going for. So I hope that can start this weekend. And you're right. A lot of people are saying, you guys are playing really well, and we are. But we still have to find a way to win. That doesn't, it is about winning. I mean, that's what this level is all about. And we don't choose to be in any other conference. And you can say, oh, if you're in another conference, you guys would be doing really well and stuff. Well, we didn't choose that. We chose to be in the Big Ten, and we're happy to be in the Big Ten. And that means we got to fight that much harder to find the wins.
And we want to remind you, if you cannot make it out to University Gym this weekend, you can find the matches on btn.com. Eric and I will have the call both against Northwestern and Illinois. And now we get to Tweet of the Week.
Okay.
This week's tweet comes from a former player, Taylor Whitmer. Apparently, you went to go get some Willie T's barbecue.
Oh, yes.
And she said, can you send me some? It looks so good. I miss Willie T's.
Well, Willie T's.
I guess they don't have Willie T's down in Chattanooga.
For those people watching, probably remember Whitney Thomas, who's probably one of the better basketball players to ever come through Indiana, and had a fifth year of eligibility left because of injury and everything, and decided to play volleyball for fifth year and start grad school, which we were really excited about. And meanwhile, her dad is an unbelievable cook and sets up at the convenient mart over there with a big, what do you call that, the big roaster oven or whatever it is out there, big cooker, and does pulled pork and chicken and all that. So we walk over there anytime we see it, or smell it for that matter. And I remember one year he made Thanksgiving for the team, and it was, don't tell my mother this, but it was the best Thanksgiving meal I've ever had. I mean, he had shrimp and bread. I mean, he had so much stuff we couldn't even eat it. We were in a food coma for hours before we got on the plane to fly out. But yeah, Taylor, I know she misses Bloomington. I know she's doing really well at University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, but she misses Willie T's and she misses this whole experience here, I think.
Willie T's, a Bloomington staple. If you're ever here in the fall, come to 17th across the street from the stadium.
Across from Credit Union, the IU Credit Union.
Get yourself some barbecue.
That's right.
That does it for this week's Inside IU Volleyball with head coach Sherry Dunbar. I'm Cody Sherritt. Thank you for watching.